Suzuki Z50. Best beginner motorcycle. Single-cylinder 4-stroke. We are always happy to see new motorcycles for young riders, as the best way to get someone into motorcycle riding is to get them on two wheels at a young age. The all-new 2019 Suzuki Z50 is designed for riders 7 years or older and no heavier than 88 pounds, though parents should make the final determination regarding the suitability of a motorcycle for their child. We recruited Associate Editor Jess McKinley's 7-year-old daughter Tindra, an experienced rider, to test the 2019 Suzuki Z50, with mom and dad keeping a close eye on her and the youth motorcycle. Here's what we found out. 1. Kids love electric start, just like adults. A key feature on the 2019 Suzuki Z50 is electric start, as kickstarting can be daunting to new or small riders. Pushing a button to get things going means more energy devoted toward riding and less toward kicking. 2. The choke knob is mounted on the center of the handlebar. It is usually needed in the morning, and patience will have to be practiced at the start of colder days. As is typical, the air-cooled motor's 13mm Mikuni carburetor is jetted fairly leanly and needs time to get up to full operating temperature. We anxiously await the appearance of EFI on 50 cubic centimeters off-roaders. We already see them on scooters. 3. The automatic centrifugal clutch is a great way to introduce a youngster to a transmission. The 2019 Suzuki Z50 has a 3-speed transmission, with the ratios perfect for a young rider. Shifting is easy, just nudge the shift lever and access the next gear. The motor won't stall, and small hands won't get tired working a clutch lever. 4. With a seat height 22 inches, riders who are old enough to start riding won't have a hard time handling the motorcycle. The last thing a parent should buy for a child is a motorcycle that is too big, with the expectation of growing into it. The motorcycle should either be perfectly sized, or a bit too small. Too large should not be an option. Young and new riders need to dominate the motorcycle, not the other way around, and the low-to-the-ground 2019 Suzuki Z50 makes this possible. 5. With a wet weight of 119 pounds and ground clearance of just 5.3 inches, most kids large enough to ride the 2019 Suzuki Z50 will also be capable of picking it up. Tipovers are inevitable, so it is important that a child be able to ride the motorcycle without adult assistance, at least on level terrain. The Z50 meets this standard in our testing, though a parent should have a child try to put the off-road motorcycle on two wheels after laying it down on the showroom floor as a test. 6. Power is smooth and predictable. As you would expect for a motorcycle for a true beginner, the Z50 is completely docile. Yes, if the child learns to hold the throttle wide open, the little dirt bike will get going at a good pace, especially in third gear. However, it also caters to timid riders with a smooth engagement of the automatic clutch and an unintimidating building of engine speed. 7. The 2019 Suzuki Z50 suspension is perfectly adequate for the motor and intended rider. The suspension is not adjustable, and it doesn't need to be. Travel is around 4 inches at both ends, and that gets the job done. Tindra didn't complain about the suspension at all, and we kept a close eye on her. She wasn't getting bounced around excessively. We are fully satisfied with the suspension. 8. Evaluating handling on a motorcycle such as this is tricky. Very few young riders are going to pick up on handling subtleties, or be able to relay them to adults if they can. Again, we watched the Z50 in action, and all was well. It was stable at speed, and didn't appear to have over or understeering in corners. The Z50's chassis does precisely what it needs to do: provide fun for a young motorcyclist. 9. Avoid rocks, as there is no skid plate. While the cases are probably fairly durable, you still don't want your young rider to knock a hole in them. 10. The hand and foot controls were friendly to our test rider. Tindra used the throttle, front brake lever, rear brake pedal, and gear shifter without any issues. As an experienced rider, she is familiar with the operation of the controls going in, and she had no problem controlling the functions of the Z50. Every control is intuitive and did what she expected them to do.